everybody. It's been a crazy morning. This is probably going to be a short video. I don't know, but I am going to but actually make. The clock is my enemy, and it's 10 o'clock, and I need to be out of here by 11:30. So I got an hour and a half to do 2 small cakes, and I'll get it done. I always do. All right, so anyway, what I wanted to show you is this is the bottom of that cupcake, that jumbo cupcake cake that I made. And I'm cutting this top off because this is the other part that's going to go on the top. And I'm going to do part chocolate and part yellow. So if I move too fast, please, I apologize if I move too fast. But again, I'm on a deadline today. So anyway, I got up super early to get this done. Now on my board, if you notice, this is just a regular white cake board, but I covered it in aluminum foil. And when I took the foil and I turned it over to put the dull side up, put the shiny side down. Why do I do that? I think it looks a lot nicer. I like the dull side, looks a lot more clean looking. You know, stuff like that. And I thought it would be fun for the fishing thing. So anyway, so there is my top. Now I'm going to take buttercream and I am going to put this all around here in the top so that it can act as like a glue to adhere the top part of this giant cupcake. And I'm going to take my spatula. Just smooth that. It doesn't matter if I get crumbs in there. It's just for the inside anyway. But I'm going to smooth this out. Chocolate cake has always got lots of crumbs. It always does. But if you do get crumbs on your spatula like I have, wipe it off. Which I'm going to attempt to do before you put it back in your bowl. Okay. So let me toss this part. I don't like tossing cake, but... Alright, so... Also, too, yesterday when I baked these, when they were done and they were cooled, I let them cool about a good hour on my cooling rack. And then when I know that they're cool, I will take saran wrap and I wrap them really good. And then I'll put them in my refrigerator because I knew I was going to use them the very next day. And then that way it'll help firm them up a little bit too so I can cut them. So I'm going to hold this in my hand because it's not level at the bottom. So I can trim it so that it'll go flush onto the top of that cake. So there is a mound here. So I'm going to cut this. I've never done this before. New experience. Always like that because people who come to me and ask me if I can do something, I can always say I'll try. And then an amazing thing happens. Like I said before, I do this. It comes through me, but through God. This is a great gift He has given me. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to flip it upside down because I cut it kind of flush, if you can see. And I'm going to flip it upside down and we'll get the top. And look at that. Isn't that cool? I'm going to push that down a little bit. And again, I'm going to try to get the crumbs off of this board. I do not like crumbs when I'm icing a cake. Alright, so what I did to adhere this to the board is I did put white buttercream on the board, on the very bottom, and then I put the chocolate part on. That way it doesn't move. You see that? It'll stay put. So let me move this. I'm going to throw this into the garbage. Try to clean up my space here a little bit. And my knife in the sink. I will be posting pictures of these things after I finished them. I did take a picture of all the cupcakes in the box. I'll post them on my Instagram page. It's Decorating Just For You with Dory, and that's on Instagram. So I will share them on there, but not until I go to the party. Not until after I'm done, because I don't want to spoil any surprises here. So I want them to see this first. That's important to me. Okay, so now I'm going to take red, and I'm going to use star tips. This is a 21. You can do a 22. You know, it's just a star. And I'm going to make stars going all the way around with white as well. But we're going to start it at the bottom, and we're going to go 1/3 of the way up with the red, and then the rest is going to be all white. And it's going to kind of look like a bobber. So we will start with this. So I am going to go where I think I want to go. I'll show you this. If you can see that, so I know I'll make myself a line and go all the way around. So I'm going to do that. And I just make stars. You squeeze and stop, and it's steady pressure. And you try really hard to stay nice and tight so you cover all the cake. You don't want your cakes to dry out, so you want to make sure that you're getting close enough to where the stars connect with each other. And then it's hard when it's like on a round one. Okay, so now the next row is going to go on the underneath that. And what I'm going to do is I am going to go in between my stars so that they connect with the top stars. And I'll show you this part if you can kind of see what I'm talking about. I hope that comes through. All right, now, so I'm just going to continue doing this. Again, I'm on a time crunch. And you know, it's funny. I have been out of the bakery full time. Well, I retired from that last year. It'll be a year in August, so. And I believe I don't have enough red, so I'm going to make a little bit more red. I didn't want to make too much because I don't want to waste my buttercream, so make a little bit more. That should do it. And I have a bright red. It's called Super Red. Super Red is what it's called. Again, it's a mirror color. That should be good. I just needed a little bit. Red and black, those two colors, and royal blue. You really need to add, like, if you want to get it really dark, you want to get a good amount in there, like, 4 or 5 drops. But again, the dark colors will get darker. The brighter colors, like yellow, orange, pink, that will brighten as it sits. Okay, that should be good. And again, I already used my bag, so I'm going to have to burp this bag. Put that in here. I did charge my phone up. I think it's at 65%. I really wanted to try to get this video done, and I hope it works. There, I burped the bag. Now I'm going to clean my tip. Make sure my tip's clean. Okay, I'm going to come around here, and I'm going to finish this row. And then on the bottom, again, I'm going to go in between because I don't want any gaps. So there's going to be 3 rows of these red stars. And then we're going to make like a fun blue border so it looks like waves of water. And I'm almost done. And I think I've got that. And then we will wipe that off. Put that aside. I don't think I'll need red anymore today. So let me put this bowl over in the sink. Oh yeah, you know what? Ow, I have red in my bag. Again, I'm in a hurry. We will need red to put like the top of the bobber up there, but I have enough in my bag. Okay, so now we're going to do white. Alright, so we're going to go up with the white. We're going to do, again, I'm going to start right at the top of the red. And I'm going to go around with a line again, trying to connect them so that there's no gaps. Just like steady pressure. So that's what it looks like that. You see that? Like that. I'm going to keep going up because the whole thing is going to be white. Alright, and then we're going to go in between where I left off so I don't have any gaps. So it's kind of like if you can think of I don't know, if you put three stars at the bottom, then put 2, then put 1. So that you've got your 2 stars in between the 3, the top 1 stars in between the 2. So that's kind of what I'm doing, but all the way around. That way you don't have any holes or gaps. Alright, there's the second row, and I'm just going to continue to go up and up and up. And I get pretty fast at this once I get going. Because I'm in a hurry to get this done, and I'll only have one more little cake to do, and that one will be pretty simple. It's an ombre cake, dark blue, like a medium teal blue, and white at the top. Okay. Kind of fun. There, I side done. Alright, so now we're going to start at the top and we're going to continue to go all the way around. I love it. I get lost in doing stuff like this. And I'm trying hard to talk so you're not bored, but I hope you can see. I hope my camera's working. And I don't know, some of the videos I've taken, it's like it seems like it wants to film for like 30 minutes, and then when it goes into 31 or 32 minutes long, I lose the voice. I can't hear anything. Audio, is that what that's called? I lose it. I don't know why. I don't have my headphones in, so I'm hoping I'm talking loud enough to do this. So I'm just going to continue to go round and round. As I'm pushing buttercream through my bag, I'm just slowly pushing it down and tightening it back up in my hand just to keep it tight. That way when I'm squeezing it out of the bag, it's a good, comes out like nice and, really nice and steady. I might add a little bit more in here as soon as I finish this one. So we're almost done. It doesn't take too long. I've never done a bobber cake before in the shape of a bobber. Kind of fun. And again, burping a bag. Okay. And that just landed on my tablecloth. Cake decorating is very messy. It gets busy. But, you know, thank goodness for washing machines and, you know, spot cleaners and all that stuff. So, and I have a vinyl floor, so I don't have carpeting underneath my kitchen. So I'm, you know, table, so I'm good. You know, it's good mopping, you know, sweep and mop, and I'm good. But I hope you're, you know, you're enjoying this, because I am enjoying making these videos. Kind of fun. And I did get brave enough to put my hair up in a ponytail, because I didn't want hair in frosting. That drives me nuts. I can't stand that. So, all right, and almost done. I'm gonna leave a little bit here because I wanna make like red, you know, so it stands up kind of like the top of a bobber. So that's what I'm gonna finish with the white. So I'm gonna get another number. Oh, I'm thinking a number 12 again. That's that big tip. And let's see if we can do this here. So I'm just going to do a circle. Oh, there's an air bubble. And I'm just going to go like that, and then I'm going to build it. Because once this sits, I can come in and I can push it down with my hand or whatever. Like I said, you know, buttercream will get like a crust to it. So I'm just going to leave it like that. And I'll come back down after it sits, and we'll go from there and build, you know, make it look like the top of a bobber. Okay, so now I'm going to get my blue bowl, and we're going to make some more blue frosting. We're going to do water on the bottom. I also will show you that I have do a drop of teal in there. And I think I'll just do teal. Let's see what this looks like with all the other blue in there. And I should mix what's in my bag too. I hope you're hearing me okay without the head, you know, the earbuds in. I hope this is coming out well. I'll try talking loud. Okay, let's stir this up. And 10:30, I'm going to make it. I'm going to have another hour to go. So this will be cool. I'll be able to do it. Okay. All right, I think that's good. Look like waves. That's a good blue. So I'm going to change my tip on the blue, and I'm going to do another star tip for the waves. We're just going to do a star tip, and it's a 21. And a 21 star tip is used a lot for borders on a sheet cake, on a round cake that you get in the grocery store. You know, it's called a shell border. And I've got a birthday cake coming up in a couple weeks. I think I've got a graduation cake coming up I got to do for a coworker. So I'll be doing borders. And I will show you what that is and everything, what I'm talking about with a shell border. But this is a shell border, and I'm going to make it kind of big. Put a lot of pressure in here to make these waves. And I will show you what I'm doing. I'm going to clean this tip off. And let's see here.